Croeso Sianel Blaid Llwyd. Yes, we're back with Remember the Flowers. So, you know what's been going on if you're watching the videos. So since we're going to start where we left off, let's get straight back into it. Mirantha's back at her desk, waving at me. Cooper finally lifts his head up from his axiom and walks over to the desk. He doesn't look thrilled. Oh, welcome back. Oh wow, that outfit does look nice on you. Very comfortable. I might need to try that designer out myself. Well, thanks. I'm not sure if I'm much to look at, though. Oh, hush. You're definitely one of the more unique-looking humans I've ever come across. She turns to Cooper. Wouldn't you agree? She's beaming. Only even grumpy Cooper can ignore that. Hey, looks okay. Unique is definitely a good word. I rub the back of my neck. It wasn't much, but I do appreciate the compliment. After everything in the dressing room, I'm desperate for any boost of confidence. So, how much? Well, let's see. Give me a moment to calculate everything. She takes out her frilly axiom and starts tapping away. I move next to Cooper, wondering what they're doing. Is this how money works around here? More or less, at least in the ritzy cities. I don't trust physical cash. Weird. Cooper huffs before lifting up his own axiom. I can see him slide the screen to a different window. There are numbers along it. And there, that should do it. She types before sliding the screen forward, and I see it appear on Cooper's. I can actually read it for once. Maybe it's a customer service thing. Cooper reads it too and doesn't look happy. He grimaces and groans quite loudly. I guess it's expensive. He looks me over again for sighing and tapping a button. I think his signature pops up along the numbers on his screen, dropping near to 0. Oh. Now I feel bad. Thank you for your patronage, Mr. Krager. Cooper narrows his eyes at her, then slides his axiom off with annoyance. Oh, we're leaving now. Oh, okay. I turn to Mirantha. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again sometime. Oh, you! That's supposed to be my line. She reaches over a counter to shake my hand. Pleasure doing business with you as well, sir. Don't worry about the clothes. I'll take care of them. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I hand her the pile of clothes I didn't take, keeping the ones I wore under my arm. I tried to fold them out she gave them to me, but yeah, that was kind of hard. Have a good morning, boys. You too, Mom. Hope you get some good rest. We wave to each other, then Cooper locks his arm around mine, taking us out of the establishment. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. He says to himself. Guess I was right there, it was expensive. Yeah, sorry. That's fine, it was my idea and I'll get paid again soon anyways. Just know it didn't come cheap. Okay, thank you. Cooper huffs and nods while letting me walk on my own. We walk again on the sidewalks. However, this time I don't know where we're going. I'm curious about something though. So, Cooper Krager? He whips around to look at me. You know what's good for you, don't ever say that name again. Okay, sorry. He huffs yet again and continues on. I really don't want to be in a bad spot with him. Sure, he's kind of pushy, but even just the past few hours he's done nothing but take care of me. I'll need to figure out a way to repay him somehow. So, where are we going? Home. I pause. I know we're going to resume, but what about right now? What? Oh no. He turns to me. We're going to my home. You'll be spending the night. This time I stopped walking before going wide-eyed. Wait, you're not homeless? I'm partly joking. With how shady he is and with how much he smells, I just assumed he was. He looks completely done with me, though. He doesn't even give me a verbal reaction. He just keeps walking. I go to catch up with him. Guess I should expect unexpected things. Like spending the night in this strange world with a strange wolf. Yes, wake up. You're going to sleep the whole weekend away, are you? I might be tempted if you let me. Come on, wake up, before I make you. I feel the sensation of Damien ripping my covers off, waking up to a blast of cool air. Chapter 2. Objectives. My eyes have trouble adjusting for a moment, but I remember where I am. Oh, sorry about that. Cooper says he tries to hoist me further up his back. I think he almost dropped me. Despite the cool night air, I find myself sweating a fair amount. That's a desert for you. I think about 15 minutes ago my legs finally gave out and Cooper had to resort to giving me a piggyback ride. He's not the best at it. I had to coerce him to take off his bigger rifle too. Damien's definitely got him beat in that regard. Still, it's better than walking. Once we left the city, most of the paths were gravel and dirt. Cooper said he might have some spare shoes at home I could wear. When I asked where he got them, he told me not to worry about it. He might be right. The less questions I ask, the better. Not like he'll answer them anyway. So tired at this point. It must be near 4 a.m. Every time I try to rest my head against him, that stench blasts my nose. Though I'd rather not mouth breathe so close to his neck. I don't want any of that gross fur in my mouth. Hey, how much longer? Well, a quarter of a mile, I'd say. Do you not have a car? If I could barely afford that outfit, what makes you think I could afford a car? Yeah, fair point. I really shouldn't be complaining. He is carrying me after all. Still, even if I can't remember most of what's happened, I think I should be able to complain just a little bit. No more headaches or nausea though, which is a plus. Do you really live out here? No, of course not. That city's the only habitable zone for miles. So where are we going? Again with the questions. Again with the dodging of said questions. I give an annoyed and exaggerated yawn. I know you said things are classified, but if we're almost there, is that enough a window to fill me in? You'd be surprised how quickly clients will cancel a contract on leaking information. Is that not leaking information? I'm starting to slip back down again and Cooper tries to hoist me up. Oh, please stop talking. I'm tired, I'm not in the mood to banter. Yeah, okay, sorry. He grunts at that and I frown. Remember, I'm not doing this because I want to. I'd much rather be shooting the shit with my friends at the bar than carry a scrawny ass across the country. Sorry, I'll be more mindful. My heart does sink a bit at that. He's right. I do need to keep in mind that we're not friends, or ever will be friends. Just coincidental acquaintances. I must really be lonely if I'm growing attached to this jerk. Cooper sighs though and even surprises me. No, that's a bit uncalled for. Believe it or not, you're one of the least insufferable escorts I've had to deal with. Even with the clothes? You kidding? You should see the bills I've had to pay just to make some of these clients happy. Cooper groans while ranting some more. Some of these mafia daughters think they're actual royalty. I can't help but chuckle. That is certainly a problem to have. Can I ask what they made you get them? Or maybe in the morning. It is morning. I try and press my luck. Fair enough. I like to think he smirked at that. We carry on in silence for a bit longer. I think I start to see cracks of pink invade the horizon. The sun must be rising. Is it okay if I sleep when we get there? Might mess up my sleep schedule, but I'm exhausted. Well, look at you, I'm not one for itineraries. As long as we get you to Rasub on time, I don't care what we do. Yeah, that sounds a bit contradictory. Although I'm too tired to challenge him on it. Good, because I'm definitely about to give out. Just a few more minutes. Okay. We both huff and I try to get comfy against him one last time. His musk is getting less apparent the longer he carries me. I guess that's something. Just up the hill. I eventually do start to nod off again, but Cooper wakes me up once more. I'm so sleepy at this point I can barely crack my eyes open. The sun's definitely coming up, which illuminates the hills in front of us. It'd be pretty if it wasn't so damn late at night. What is it? A capsule hotel. I think I've heard of capsule hotels before. Not a motel, though. I thought you said we were going home. You'll see soon enough. Besides, we have to get there somehow. Okay. I yawn, but I've made it this long, so I try to stay up. I'll crash on this floor if I have to. I just want to lay down. After a trek up the hill, Cooper nudges me again and helps me get down. I almost immediately fall over. Cooper has to hold my hand to keep me steady. Come on, almost there. Okay. I yawn loudly again. Cooper does as well, surprisingly. He literally props me up against the wall of the first building we see. Reminds me of a cottage, both in size and in appearance. It's completely contrasting the futuristic city we came from. Oh, wait here, I'm going to register us for the night. You're okay. It's kind of refreshing to see him open an actual door. I feel a form of nostalgia I can't begin to describe. Looking around, there isn't much. Besides this cottage I'm propped up against, there are some weird pod things. Now those contrast with the desert cottage. I debate on trying to figure out what they are, but I decide I'm too tired for that. Besides, Cooper will explain it to me when he gets back, maybe. If he's feeling generous. The desert wind is all that's keeping me awake. It must be summer around here since the night air is somewhat tolerable. I think I remember reading in the summertime it gets to about the high 60s. It's a bit chilly, but I was already cold before. Cooper is pretty warm. I have to say being carried by him wasn't the worst thing in the world. Still, he could definitely use some pointers from Damien. Damien. Jeez, I really miss him. The stars begin disappearing one by one as the sun starts to rise. It'd be pretty if I didn't feel like I was about to collapse. Yet again, Cooper's taking a long time, but I guess this time it makes sense. He must be talking with someone to rent his rooms. Wait, does that mean I have to sleep in the same room as him? Maybe I can sleep in the bathroom. Better yet, get him to take a shower. The sudden door open jerks me awake again. Cooper's back. As usual, he looks grumpy. It only goes about 48 hours. This place is such a scam. They seem to be the only motel around for miles. Guess that gives him a reason to jack up the prices. Cooper has a look of surprise on his face with a tinge of what I think is worry. How do you know what a motel is? That question is so stupid I actually close my eyes in annoyance. I inhale out of irritation and sheer tiredness. You ask a lot of questions. Oh, fuck off. Cooper also rolls his tired eyes and shoos me along. I follow him as best I can, shielding my eyes from the rising sun. Number 12. What? Oof. I walk right into Cooper, banging my nose against his shoulder. Jeez, warn me next time. Pay attention next time we're here. We're in front of one of those weird pod things. I pause for a moment. Well? Well, what? This is the part where you're supposed to explain to me whatever the hell this is. Cooper gives an exasperated sigh. Do I really have to, right now? It'd be fucking appreciated. I raise my voice with every irritation and Cooper cringes while lowering his ears. Okay, fuck's sake. Just a standard transfer pod. I don't know what that is, remember? Amnesia. I pinch the bridge of my nose. Cooper growls quietly. I have half a mind to stick my tongue out at him. He can deal with my moodiness right now. I'm tired. Well, let's watch. You're not going to die. Cooper takes out his Axiom and slides to a different screen. It's shaped more like a sphere than the flat screen. He spins it around while pressing into it like a button. Okay, now I'm awake. It looks a bit staticky for a second, then he rotates his arm forward. He's holding his free paw underneath the sphere and something slides out from it. It looks like a key. Whoa. Cooper slides the Axiom off and he presents the thing he just dropped out of it. Judging by the stupid expression on your face, you're quite surprised. Most Axioms can digitally store physical objects. This is the key to my place. I keep other important things in it, so long as they fit. That's handy. Well, it can be. I know some pricey models can store a hell of a lot more. This and a few personal belongings is about all I can store. I see. Wow, okay, that was pretty cool. Just don't grab it as in the Axiom. It hurts like hell. Noted. As if I'll ever get one. Cooper sticks his key into another device. Looks like a rod with a port in it and walks up to the pod. If I could describe it, the pod looks like a big plastic egg with ridges along the sides. Maybe a couple of feet taller than Cooper and I. Then Cooper sticks the rod into a hole on the side of the pod. It's a brief flash, then the outline of a door frame starts to materialise. Before I know it, there's a normal enough looking door transposed onto the pod's surface. Ready? Sure. Whatever. I just want to go to bed. Cooper takes my hand gently and starts to open the door. Close your eyes as we enter and walk. It'll feel like a long hallway. I do as he says and walk with him. Okay. We walk for half a minute. I didn't get the best look at it, but there's no way the inside of this pod is that big. Can I open my eyes yet? Sure. Open my eyes for hopefully the last time tonight. We're in an apartment. I'm assuming Cooper's. I take it that weird pod thing can transfer people to wherever you want. See, I knew you had a brain. Just took a day for you to turn it on. Anyway, said you only had 48 hours. Why? Well, if you go over that, we won't be able to exit the front door back to where we started. Meaning? Meaning we'd open the door and end up where I live, and that's way too far to travel to resume. I see. Can I go to bed now? I don't care. I look around. It's definitely small, but it's clear he tries to make the most of it. Can I use your bathroom? Cooper looks worried. About that. What? I ask impatiently. There's no running water here. Why? I'm not here often enough to justify it. I usually stay in cheaper pods instead of transferring home. Cooper, when's the last time you showered, or even took a bath? Well, that's none of your concern. Jesus fucking Christ, whatever. How do you want me to pee? I'll just go in the bowl. It'll be fine for a day or two. I'm glad to hear it. That's down the hall. Got it. Oh, my God. There is something wrong with that man. Whatever, let's just urinate and go the fuck to sleep. I spent a few minutes just trying to get sorted. Not being able to wash my hands was bad enough, but I guess I can't even brush my teeth. I chuckle. Yeah, that's something I should be worrying about right now. Ugh. I walk back into the living room. Cooper's nowhere to be found. I shake my head, trying to get rid of the headache I'm getting from being up this long. He must have gone to his own room. That's fine, he can give me the tour any other time. Don't even bother trying to turn the lights off, I'm that tired. The lone couch in the room seems like the best bet for tonight. As I walk up to it, I notice something. A folded blanket. Curious, I pick it up. It smells clean with a hint of what I think is vanilla. I guess that wolf can be considerate when the mood strikes him. I flop on the couch and take one of the only cushions as a pillow. One thing's for sure, it's better than sleeping in that alley. To my surprise, the lights start to dim. There must be some kind of sensor in the ceiling. I pull the covers over me, move my hair out of my face, and start to finally fall asleep. Something sizzling. Groggily, I sit up, trying to ascertain where it's coming from. I can hear it across the room. Sun is pouring in from the lone window. I guess it's morning. Well, morning. I groan as I stretch, my limbs popping far less than before. But it's still enough to catch Cooper's attention. Oh, morning. I yawn as I rub my eyes open. Yeah, figures. None of yesterday was a dream. Kinda surprised I didn't have any actual dreams last night, though. Wish I had a notebook to pencil down all my observations, but Cooper probably wouldn't know what that is. Guess I'll have to cope with a mental notebook. I get up and stretch again before shuffling over to Cooper. He's man in the kitchenette corner. I didn't really notice it last night. Quite frankly, I didn't care. What time is it? About 9:30 in the morning. We got around 4:30, I think. Not the best night. I don't have most of my memory. I can't say for certain that was one of the worst nights of my life. Cooper's frying something on something. He's using a frying pan for sure, but the stove looks weird. At least I think it's a stove. There's 4 solid red squares elevated from the rest of the stove. It's warm though, even from here. Wait. So you have electricity but not running water? I have my priorities. Apparently. Hey, if I didn't have to buy every amnesiac I found a new outfit, I could be able to afford it. I groan. Well, it's a good thing you don't have to. I'm joking. If you say so. He rolls his eyes, and I do too. This is already getting old. Although the smell of what he's cooking catches my attention. Kinda looks like spam. What are you cooking? Spam. Ah. That explains it. Wait. You all got spam here? Oh, sure. He shrugs. Okay, maybe this isn't a dream. Maybe this is some sort of simulation. My eyes start to dart around to look at what's familiar and what isn't. Everything looks like something we'd have on Earth. I place my hand on my back, on those ports. Just woke up and already having a panic attack. Huh? Cooper huffs as he flips a piece of spam. I don't know how many canines you've been around, but your anxiety is easy to read even a mile away. Relax. But Cooper places the spatula down and slowly holds on my face so we're eye level. You're going to be fine. No one is out to get you. You're not going to get hurt. Just relax and go with everything. This isn't what I was stressing about. If I play along, he already thinks I'm crazy enough. Thanks, Cooper. I pause. But aren't there people actually out to get me? Oh, right. Well, I'll handle them. Cooper picks his spatula back up and continues sauteing the spam slices. Thanks, I guess. At least he's trying. Anyway, breakfast will be ready soon. Then you'll need to stay here for the day. Why? I need to go and get some supplies and sell some stuff. We're really that far away? Yeah, I'd like to avoid another day's session in the pod, so best to get as much as we can on foot. You're alright. I look around. What should I do? Well, nothing. You don't have to do anything. Well, can I do something? Well, like what? I don't know. I don't really do well with just sitting and doing nothing. That's a first. Most people I bring along love to do nothing. Guess I'm not most people. Oh, clearly. Plus, I don't want to help pay you back for the clothes. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hope you're not going to be self-conscious about them. I bought them by my own volition. I know, but I still appreciate it. Cooper rubs the back of his head with his free paw. I mean, I guess you can clean up if you want. He pauses. Just trying to touch anything. He gestures vaguely. Weird. You can see my confusion. Okay, I'll throw away anything that could hurt you. I'm not a toddler. Alright, sorry, I forgot. Old man. That's not much better. I'll deal with it. He smirks while placing the spam on some plates. I don't know why, but it feels unnatural seeing spam here of all places. Regardless, I join him at his couch and we start to eat our second meal together. Once we're finished with breakfast, Cooper tells me to wait on the couch for a bit. Eventually he comes out with crates, similar to the ones back of the alley, and puts them in the living room. There are 4 in total. They're not huge, but they're not small either. Okay, there's nothing but junk in these. You can keep whatever you want or throw away whatever you want. I don't really care. Thanks, I guess. If there's nothing but junk, then what use am I going to have for these? Are you just training me to be a dumpster diving assistant? What? No. He pauses. Anyways, it's about time I head out. You'll be gone most of the day, right? Yeah, probably until supper. I snort. Supper. What? Nothing, you just use funny vernacular. Oh, whatever. Cooper rolls his eyes before he grabs his jacket and his rifle. Alright, Lee, let me give you a proper tour of the place. I'll show you what to avoid, too. Such as? Well, I'm glad you asked. My room is off limits, period. Fine by me. I'm almost scared to imagine the kind of mess his room is. As you can see, there's not much here in the living room. You can vacuum if you want. Carpet could probably use it. The kitchen corner's here. Let's see. Cooper flings open the fridge. It's filled with packages and produce I don't really recognize. Besides one big compartment of something that looks familiar. Those mushrooms. Yeah, they are. You can have some if you want. Not really the biggest fan. So why'd you have so much? Well, this kind keeps for a long time. Useful in a pinch. Got these about 6 months ago, I think. Oh, that's handy. Just wish they tasted better. Cooper says with a grimace. Anyways, there's canisters of water in if you get thirsty. Okay. Cold water actually sounds nice right about now. There's some other stuff you could eat. I'd say anything on the first 2 shelves would be fine even without being cooked. I mean, below they would probably upset your stomach. Noted. I nod. I'm not the pickiest eater, but I do want to make sure my stomach is 100% before trying anything foreign. Oh, what else? Where's the bathroom? Cooper gestures down the only hall leading to the bathroom. I went in there last night, but I didn't get the best look. It wasn't very big though, so I don't know why he's pointing it out on the tour. Toilet, sink, shower. All of which have no water. Well now, I'll see about turning it on for tomorrow. I snap my attention to him. What? If you can get me a hot shower tonight, I'll be yours forever. Huh, I would want you forever. He smirks while pulling open the shower curtain. There are boxes filling the tub. What's that? Oh, my ammo. Why do you keep gun ammo in your shower? Where else am I going to put it all? Oh my god. Cooper can see my dumbfounded expression and snorts. I'm kidding. It's just more storage. I'm not here very often. If you can clean it out before I'm back, the shower's all yours. I start beaming. Now that's incentive. Deal. Try not to look so desperate. It's not an attractive quality. I'm sure you're quite familiar with unattractive qualities. Cooper tries to roll his eyes, but I can see that smirk curling up. Well, that's it for the talk. Do you have any questions or specific needs? I can immediately think of a dozen off the top of my head, but most are superficial wants rather than needs. I can think of a few, if that's alright. Oh, shoot. Gotta get a toothbrush and toothpaste. I saw some in Cooper's bathroom, but I'd like to get my own if possible. Well, probably I think I can do that. Anything else? Well... Oh, time limit, remember? Okay. So I wondering if you could get me a journal to write in. I can't afford to get you an Axiom. No, I mean a physical journal with a pen and paper. You seriously don't write on paper, ever? Cooper raises a brow. I should have expected that. No, not really. It's kind of wasteful, isn't it? I don't know what to say to that. What do you do when your Axiom loses battery? Well, it doesn't. Huh? I had a couple of years, never needed to charge it. It's somewhat solar powered. How is that possible? Oh, don't ask me, I didn't make it. Anyways. Alright, could you try and find me a journal and pen? They have to sell them somewhere. I'll see what I can do. Why do you want them? Just record my thoughts. Right. That's a completely normal thing to do. Well, anything else? Oh, no, not really. Honestly, if I can just get a shower tonight, I'll be content. I won't let him know that. Alright then, I should get going. You sure you don't need me to do anything specific? Not really. No offense, but I don't think there's much you can do in your state. Just take a moment to rest. Alright, I'll certainly try. If you need to try to rest, you clearly have something to work on. I grimace. I feel like I'm being lectured by Diana. Time limit, remember? Yeah. He's leaving for real this time. It's been the first time I've been on my own in all 12 hours I've been conscious. Mixed feelings about it. Oh wait, there was one more thing. I'm taken aback as Cooper reaches my head with his paws, gently placing them on my cheeks to tilt my head up. What the hell are you doing? Looking. I squirm a bit in his grasp. Dude. Oh, stop whining, it'll only take a second. I roll my eyes as he inspects my head again. He lets go and circles around behind me. Tilt your head down a bit. I huff, for I do what he says. Easier to just go along with it rather than put up any sort of argument. To my surprise, he starts to unravel the bandages around my head. Some of my hair slumps down as if the bandages were a headband. What, is it bad? No, I'd say you're healing fast. That's good. Indeed. Hang on, I'm just going to take a closer look. Before I can respond, I feel him parting some of the crusted hair. Thankfully, it still doesn't hurt. I wonder, should I ask him about that? If I could believe more than half of what he says, I'd try. Yeah, I think it'll be just fine. Thanks, Doc. You let go of my hair now. Cooper does, and I turn to face him fully. Was that really necessary? Well, kind of. I did need to check the damage at some point. I wouldn't want my employer to think I hurt you on the way over. How nice of you. Cooper doesn't take the bait, but instead opens his Axiom window. He swipes the inventory sphere screen and tosses the bandages inside. Surprised it only takes a few seconds to digitize. Need to be careful getting rid of these. They could cause trouble. He swipes away the screen. Luckily, I know a guy. Of course you do. Alright, I'm leaving for real now. Godspeed. I have half a mind to push him out at this rate. You sure you'll... I'll be fine, dude, seriously. There's food and water. How bad could I screw this up? Cooper rests a paw on his chin in thought. Oh my god, just go. Cooper snorts. Right, I'm off. I'll be back tonight. Remember to turn around. Don't look at the door frames as I leave. I turn on my heel, looking into the living room. Bye, Dad. Have a good day at work. Ha, right. He pats my shoulder before turning to the door. There's a brief flash of light, almost like someone took a photo. And it's quiet. I turn around. I'm completely alone. I give the loudest and longest sigh of my life as I spin myself around to flop right onto Cooper's couch. Finally, a moment to process everything that's happened. I give my eyes a really good rubbing, letting the colours swirl around my eyelids. What a weird day. I inhale one more time to ground myself. Alright, let's figure some shit out. I sit up and get myself together, briefly going over everything concrete. The alley, my memories, and Cooper. Someone left me in that alley, and I guess for at least a day or two. I wonder, why didn't they come back for me? My memories come in at random times, most are brief flashes. I thought sleeping would trigger longer memories, but last night I didn't remember anything. I hope they're not random. I'd like to find a concrete strategy to get them back. As for Cooper, he's kind of an asshole. He's also taking care of me. I don't really know what to make of him. I still don't trust him fully yet, because he's way too secretive. The wolf has his moments, though. I'll give him that. I look around his apartment, particularly at those crates. There's the chance something in there could be useful. He said it was mostly junk, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm already becoming a dumpster diver. I don't know how he lives like this. He clearly makes some kind of money. He tells me he's an escort, kind of. From context clues, I say he's more of a mercenary, a desperate one at that. Taking the job to bring an amnesiac man home seems bottom of the barrel. I chuckle to myself with the absurdity of the situation we both found ourselves in. Then I stop and think about the situation itself again with more scrutiny. Cooper says he's able to find me from my blood, which I guess makes sense. He had his gun up, so maybe he thought an assailant was still around. This all happened a little too quickly, though. The more I think about it, the creepier this situation looks. Cooper was adamant about not being caught by guards. What would they be guarding? They weren't cops. If anything, it makes sense to take me to some type of authority. I get up from the couch and start to pace around the rooms that get deeper in my own theorizing. Things aren't adding up right. I don't think he's lying to me. He's obviously not telling the whole truth either. Going to take me to Rasum, but what the hell is that? A sanctuary for humans, he says. Whatever that means. I'm getting antsy again. What else do I know? The Axiom. If I get my hands on it, I could probably search for all sorts of things. Wait, no. Cooper says he needs to register me in it, goddammit. My racing thoughts pick up along with my pacing. Wait, the Axiom. He used that right after he found me. He got information from an employer, information about me. I stop in my tracks. Wait a second. That motherfucker. That asshole knows so much more about me than I do. Bet that son of a bitch even knows my name. I go from pacing to speed walking with rising annoyance. He has contacts who obviously know about me. How else would they identify me? Just a long white-haired man with a lot of scars. Lots of people have scars. Cooper has scars, for God's sake. No, they had to have told him my name, and lots more about me. What's worse, if I confront him, he'll just say it's classified. Imagine that, my own name being classified. Can't even be allowed that. God, what the fuck? My stamina starts to run out and I flop back on the couch. I grab the cushion I was sleeping on the night before and just fucking scream into it. My little fate doesn't last long as I start to feel fatigued. I slump against the couch and laugh. Seriously, can't even tell me my own name. I sigh and feel defeated. Looking around, I feel some form of contempt for the wolf. I'm in his apartment, wearing his clothes, eating his food. At this point, I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he owns me. Part of me thinks that I'm overreacting. But due to the fact that he knows more about me than I do, I think I deserve to get a bit upset. You know what? No, he can clean up his own shit. I'm tired and weak. I don't know why I offer to help him. I cross my arms and sit up on the couch. Then I take a look around. There's really not that much else to do around here. I tap my fingers on my knees. As tired as I am, I'll admittedly be very bored just sitting around here. I so desperately want to take a nap. If I'm going to fix my sleep schedule, I should try and stay up. I resign myself to my fate yet again, make my way over to the crates Cooper left me. Okay, well, it's not like I'm doing this to help him. I'm doing this so I don't go crazy with boredom. I nod as if I've convinced myself. That aside, I inspect the crates. They look to be made of some kind of metal. Each one has a keypad on them, but the screens are all green. I assume that's because Cooper unlocked them for me. The ones in the alley looked similar too. Must be a common means of storage around here. Either that or Cooper just yoinked these and took ownership. Wouldn't be surprised. I huff at that wolf and his living habits. In any case, these should keep me entertained for the coming hours. Not really thinking too much about the order, I just pick the first one on my left. The top pops up smoothly at the hinge. It kind of reminds me of a treasure chest. I'm a bit perplexed at the contents. Certainly not booty. I try to tip over the crate, but my arms aren't strong enough for that. Letting out a loud and annoyed groan, I just scoop a few things and lay them on the floor. They look like scraps of bigger pieces of technology. There are hunks of metal galore and some pieces of tech I have no hope of comprehending. I'm starting to think I bit off more than I can chew. Can't really organise anything if I don't know what they are. Just kind of looks like junk to me. Cooper's starting to look less like a wolf and more like a pack rat to me. I have to be careful moving these around. There are some sharp edges and exposed wires on some pieces. Guess he didn't think this through. For a moment the thought of using one of these long shards as a weapon crosses my mind. I shake my head. As desperate as I am, I'm not that stupid. Cooper would easily overpower me. I ever wonder if I ever had experience in self-defence. A memory popped up in my head of Diana absolutely crushing me in an expedition match, she suggested. Guess not. I sort them into two piles, parts and devices. Parts is mainly junk, but who knows? Cooper might need them for something. Not that I'm doing this for him, obviously. Halfway through, I realise something. Am I going to organise these inside the crate itself? I can feel a headache on the rise. This is so stupid. I think that, but I keep going. this rate, I'm almost looking forward to making it to resume. Probably more exciting than this. I chuckled to myself. I feel like a kid who's dropped off in an abandoned daycare. I'm nearly done with the contents of the box. As expected, most of it just looks like junk. However, something near the bottom catches my attention. I lean over to pick it up. This feels more like a tablet I would have used, albeit clearly different. The screen itself looks like a black border with a completely transparent middle. Buttons on the side are the only part of the contraption that clue me in that it's some kind of screen. I shift to a crisscross position as I attempt to figure out how to operate it. Let's hope there's no passcode or anything. The buttons seem to work, but nothing pops up on the screen. Who knows when this was charged last? Now that I think about it, there weren't many cables or cords in this box. The device doesn't seem to have a port for one to be inserted anyway. How does it function then? I tapped the screen mindlessly, trying to elicit some sort of response. What do I know about the technology here? I know Cooper's Axiom, but that's about it. Wait, it's Axiom. It's solar powered, he said. Kind of were his exact words. Maybe I just need to... I get up and walk to the only window in this place. I guess we're high up. Must be an actual apartment complex. I honestly thought this was some ground floor motel he found himself in. Musing aside, I hold the tablet thing against the window for a moment. Nothing happens and I start to get discouraged. But then it beeps and lights up. I nearly drop it. The screen itself is almost too bright. The screen adjusts soon after, easing up on my eyes. I stare at it for a while. Sure enough, it needs a passcode. The background is what's captivating me. There are 5 figures on the screen, Cooper being one of them. Wow, this must be old. He almost looks happy. He's been held in a headlock by a bigger white tiger. The tiger is also headlocking someone else, a human. He looks like a rowdy guy. There's a hyena on the right. She seems to be egging him on. Finally, on the very left beside Cooper, there's a deer shaking his head. I'm kind of dumbfounded. Cooper obviously had a life, and I have to wonder what happened to it. I dare say he's blushing underneath that tiger's arm. Not that I blame him. He looks strange without his scars. This must have been from a while ago. Well, I guess this wasn't a total waste. I'm sure he'd be happy to have a memento like this. Water activated. I once again nearly dropped the tablet as I hear something of the apparent apartment intercom. Wait, water? Activated? That means I can finally take a shower. I gently set the table on the windowsill to let it charge, then speed walk my way over to Cooper's bathroom. With a big smile plastered on my face. It took me longer than I'd have liked to clear out all the ammunition Cooper stored in the bathtub. Seriously, if he resorted to using his bathroom like this, I really have to wonder what he keeps in his room. Even though I've worked up a good sweat moving everything, I don't mind. I feel like I've accomplished something. Now that I've worked in shower to myself, I could care less too. Inspecting the rest of the bathroom, there seems to be only 2 towels. I hope they're washed. I'm not going to risk smelling them though. There. Now that I think about it, most of this looks like stuff we had back home. The idea of reality being some kind of simulation crosses my mind again. Funnily enough, that would be the most logical explanation for everything happening right now. Though I've given up on waking up. With some hesitation, I strip off my turtleneck, avoiding the mirror over the sink. No need any body dysmorphia right now. It's a shower alright, but I'm not exactly sure how to operate it. The faucet of the bath looks normal, and so does the shower head. But there are no handles or dials. It's basically just a wall of tile. I tried knocking against the tile to see if anything happens. Nothing, obviously. Man, what the fuck? Finally get the chance to shower and I'm not even sure how to use it. Where's Cooper when you need him? Not that it happens often. Actually, I've needed him for every step of the way so far, but that's beside the point. Wait, that's it. I should try to put myself in Cooper's shoes to see how he'd go about this. Even though he doesn't wear shoes. I'm distracting myself again. I need to figure out how this damn thing works. Cooper seems to use his axiom for everything. Maybe there's a piece of technology in here that operates a shower? I turn towards the sink, briefly again startled by myself in the reflection. I still look like bloody hell. Oh well, these kinds of casual encounters with my appearance should help alleviate future anxieties. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I shake my head to focus once more, then look through some of the nearby cabinets. There's some things that look like toiletries, I think. Bottles and lotions. I guess those are also a universal concept. Some look like the canister Cooper kept his water in. Curious, I slide my finger at the top and smell the contents. It's kind of floral. I think it's shampoo. There's a decent amount in here, and I could definitely use a bit for my hair. Would he miss it? I actually have to wonder if he knew he had shampoo in the first place. Well, that was a nice find, but I still need a way to operate the shower. Rifling through the rest of the cabinets is fruitless. Thought there'd be some deodorant somewhere, but I guess that's more of a human thing. With the shampoo being my only boon, I close the cabinets and turn around. I look toward the mirror, this time with more confidence. I choose not to dwell on the reflection as I stick my hand under the mirror itself and pull. The mirror moves open like a door. It's pretty old-timey to have a medicine cabinet like that. Though I'm not exactly sure what constitutes as old-timey around these parts. Among the cabinets, this seems promising. There's a yellow fur-covered brush along with some toothbrushes. Sadly, just canine toothbrushes. I doubt they do me much good. Don't even want to think about what canine toothpaste tastes like. Brushes aside, there's something that catches my eyes. Looks like a smartphone. I pick it up and try to fiddle with it while still being cautious. Wanting to blow anything up or something. To my surprise, it lights up almost instantly. If I'm right, it's exactly what I'm looking for. The screen has the gauge labelled water along the slider at the bottom set in the middle, half blue and half red. Jeez, these guys need tablets just to use their shower? I don't know if that's boogie or just lazy. I pause. Probably both. Looking over the screen, it seems rudimentary enough. There's a big button I'm guessing is the start button. As one does with big buttons, I press it. After a slight pause, the bathtub faucet starts pouring out water. I go to feel it and it's lukewarm. I slide the assumed temperature slider left and right to gauge the feel. Changes temperature pretty fast. That's kind of cool. Although, unless the tablet's waterproof, I'm not sure you'd adjust it mid-shower. I decide not to test it, just in case, and slide it to almost the end of the red side. Steam starts filling the room as the faucet spews out hot water. It's another option that can be turned off and on. I tap and the faucet stops before the shower head starts. Damn, look at that. Maybe I can be somewhat independent. I smile at my small accomplishment and set the tablet back on the sink. Once I get my pants off, I'm met with my final nemesis. My underwear. Even in the dressing room, I didn't take them off. Unlike my face and chest, I'm not particularly nervous as to what I look like down there. I'm more curious than anything. With a half shrug along the increasing anticipation of the hot shower, I go for it and slide them off. Everything looks fairly normal to me. Disregarding the white hair. One last curiosity remains. I know I'm not hard, but I take my thumb and measure down to the tip. I'm bigger than I remember. I chuckle to myself, for I finally enter the shower I've longed for. The thought crosses my mind that due to my lack of pain, some other senses might be dulled. Thankfully, it's not the case with hot water. This feels absolutely wonderful. I could probably make it hotter, but even if I can't feel the pain, it wouldn't be good for my skin. Even so, I can practically feel the years melt away. I snort, sounding like the old man Cooper thinks I am. To be fair, Damon used to make fun of my lack of stamina even back then. I'll need to make him proud by getting my strength back up. I sighed before shaking my head. As much as I miss him, I need to stay positive. I'll figure out a way back to him. One shower at a time. Okay, and that's where we're going to leave things for today. Slightly shorter video, but it's really been a week in work. So I'm actually running low on energy. Which also means that next weekend we'll still be doing Tennis Ace as planned, but I doubt there'll be a weekday video coming up. We'll see how things go. And if Arches comes out, that's a fairly short update, so I might get that done, or we might be waiting until Tennis Ace next Saturday. I'll figure that out as I go along. But things will start calming down soon, so don't worry, we can drop the extra weekday video now and again, as we have done. That is it for now for Remember the Flowers. And as always, thanks to all my donors on Patreon and Ko-fi. I very much appreciate all of you. And my top patrons: Monolay, Marcus, Evan King, Cindy Dragowolf, Kopi, Spiderling, Grizz, Bopot, Dissonance, Brandon Bradford, Anubis Silverwind, Ida Corval, Tiger Cub, Gunnar Muller, Brian Hall, Bastion, Lar Cuskaton, Besuksu, Gobers Visser, Kartek, and Burnt Toast. A special thanks to all of them for their considerable help with the Patreon and funding this channel. Yes, unlike most channels, I don't have adverts, so there's no advertising funding on this channel. There's no license fee either. It's all down to viewers like you, as I've heard PBS stations say in those terrible pledge drives. See, I tried to watch an episode of Miss Marple, and it was about 10 minutes of Agatha Christie, 15 minutes asking for money. I gave up. But enough of criticism of American broadcasting. Is pretty much all you can say about most of it. Hope you'll enjoy Tennis Ace next weekend, and you enjoyed this episode of Remember the Flowers. And see, there will be some new Far Beyond the World, hopefully soonish, maybe in the next couple of weeks. And one of the next episodes we'll be doing will be also Minotaur Hotel. We need to return to the hotel and see how Asterion is doing. So if that's not the end of this month, it'll be the start of next month. That's really all I can say about those things for now. But until next time, bye for now.